Mrs. Lustig, and this is my kindergarten class at Montrose Elementary School, and we are going to be doing a measurement lesson on temperature today. All right, you guys ready? All right, so let's go ahead and start with our calendar. So yesterday was February 8th. So what comes after 8, Waylon? 9. So we are February 9 today. Good. All right. Thinking of what day of the week it is. What day of the week is it today? Taylor?
Friday.
Friday. Can you make it say Friday for me, please? Awesome. All right. What's today, boys and girls?
Friday.
Friday. If today's Friday, what was yesterday? What was yesterday, Kaden? Thursday. So today is what, boys and girls? February. What day of the week? Friday. February. What number? 9, 2018. Awesome. All right, we're going to be meteorologists. Let me think. What does a meteorologist do, boys and girls? What do? Marcel? They tell us what the weather's like. Who can be my meteorologist today and tell me what my weather's going to be like? Aaliyah. Oh, I think that we're going to have a little more sun today. What do you think? Should we change it to say what? If the clouds are kind of going away, now now we have more what out? Sun. So we're going to make it say sunny. And what do you think it feels like outside? What do you think the temperature feels like when you were waiting for the school bus or you're getting in your car? Judon.
Warm.
Was it warm when you went outside today? It was warm. You didn't put on your coat to come to school? Okay, let's see. Jashawn, what do you think? What does it feel like today?
It feels like cold.
Cold, right? It was cold when you were waiting for the bus, Marcel?
It was super cold.
It was super cold. All right, so we just graphed our sunny. How many days of sunny weather have we had in February? Everybody. 5, right? You guys did a good job. We didn't even have to count that because we're getting so good at what? Subitizing, right? All right, how many partly cloudy days have we had?
2.
And how many rainy days?
1.
Which weather do we have the most of? Everyone.
Sunny.
Sunny, right? 5 sunny days. And what is the least?
1.
1, and that was?
Rainy.
Rainy. All right, let's do part, whole quickly. And
4.
Good. So how many blue ones do I need to put on my temp frame? 4 blue ones. All right, I got my counters in here. Now I'm ready for my green counters. How many do I have?
2.
I need 2. Add my green counters. And now, who can tell me something about my 10 frame? Alani.
There's 4 blues and 2 greens.
So how many is that all together?
6.
6. Good. Kiss your brain. Tell me something else. Azaria.
It has blue, 4, and 2 green, and altogether is 6.
All together is 6. You guys are doing quick thinking. Taylor, tell me if you know a different way of thinking about this.
It's 4 right there and 2 right there, and that makes 6.
It makes 6. What about if we think about the whole thing filled up? Marcel.
4, 2 equals 6.
Okay. But what if we had all 10 filled up? How many would it be if we had the whole 10 frame filled up? Everyone. 10. But how many are missing? 4, and that is? 6. Awesome. All right, guys, let's think about what we've been talking about this week. We've been talking about measurement. So on Tuesday, we talked about length. When we talk about length, we talk about long and short. Show me long and short. Long and short. And then on Wednesday, we talked about height. Tell me what we talked about when we talked about height. Tall and
Short.
right? Tall and short. And then yesterday, we got to do weight. And what do we do when we do weight? Heavy and light. Heavy and light, right? Heavy things go down, and light things go up. What did we use when we were talking about length and height? What was that tool we were using? Waylon. Well, this is not our number line. This is our ruler, right? We talked about a ruler, and then we talked about what when we were measuring the weight. What's this? Who can remember? Dan Quante, what was that? It measures weight, but what is this called? Caden. What do you get on when you go to the doctor's office? A scale. It's our balance, right? It's a scale, and it helps us figure out which object is heavier or lighter. Well, today we're talking about temperature. What tool do you think we would use to measure temperature? Kayla? Oh, I don't think that's going to help us with temperature. Thinking about the weather. What do we look at? Azaria? What's that called? Who can help her out? To help her out, Nyla? Thermometer. A thermometer. And here's a big thermometer. And what happens to the liquid in the thermometer when it gets hot and cold? It goes up or down. We're going to put this in the window today. We're going to see what the weather is like in our classroom. And I'm going to show you how the weather, our thermometer works. So when it gets hot, do you think that this liquid in the thermometer is going to go up, or do you think it's going to go down when it gets hot? Up. You think it's going to go up, all right? So that's a good prediction. What do you think when it gets cold? What is our liquid going to do, Marcel? It's going to go down. Good. You guys are really thinking this morning. All right, so what we're going to do at our table is we are going to measure temperature with our own thermometers. All right? Thumbs up if you think you can handle this activity. All right. So I'm going to put 2 thermometers at your table, and I'm going to have somebody put one in the hot and one in the cold and just leave it, because we're going to give it a minute to work. So once we put it in the water, we're just going to let it sit for a minute. So Marcel, will you stick one in the cold water? And Cherish, can you put one in the hot water? Turn it the other way. So make sure that this red part is down in the water. Turn it the other way. There you go. There you go. And just leave it. Perfect. Go ahead and open up your plastic baggie. Once I come around and give you your, make sure your thermometers are right. And Waylon, let's go ahead and put that in the hot. And Kayla, can you put that in the cold? And go ahead and open up your Ziploc baggies and get out your pictures. Judon, put one in the hot. And Elijah, put one in the cold. All right, and we're going to leave it, right, once we put it in. And then we've got some pictures. Let's go ahead and take our pictures out, and we are going to sort our pictures of hot and cold. Yes. So let's go ahead and get our pictures out. We've got a hot picture and a cold picture. Let's go ahead and start sorting. When we're sorting, what are we doing when we're sorting? We're putting things that are the same, what? Together, right? When we're sorting, what are we doing? Putting things that are the same together. So I've got some pictures of hot things and things that are cold things. And I want you at your table to sort those pictures. I want to see which pictures do you think go with hot and which pictures do you think go with cold. So everybody take some pictures, and I want you to sort them and talk about why you're putting them with the hot pictures and why you're putting them with the cold ones. So let's talk about it. All right, Judon, help Taylor and Elijah sort out their pictures. Ooh. So you've got the hot over here, and you've got cold. So tell me, where do you think the gloves are going to be? Oh, cold. Why do you think they're going to go with the cold picture? He's cold, and what do you need to put on your hands to keep warm? All right, Taylor, what do you have over here?
Hot.
You have hot. So what do you have over there that's under the hot?
Like a kind of t-shirt.
A t-shirt, because what do you want to do when you're hot? You want to keep cool with short sleeves. All right, Judon, where is that popsicle going to go?
Cold.
Go ahead and put that with the cold picture. No. We're sorting together. So, ooh, this table's already sorted a lot of. Oh, tell me why you put the ice cubes with the cold. How did the ice cubes feel when you touched them? Cold. What about boots? Why do you have the boots over here with the cold? When it's cold outside, you wear boots. Good. Where do these pictures go, Alani? Where would we put the sun? How does the sun feel? Hot. So where do we want to put that with our hot picture, right? All right, Nyla. Oh, you guys already almost sorted all the way. All right, tell me why you have the light bulb over here with hot. How does the light bulb feel when you touch it? Hot, right? You don't want to touch that. What about this? What's this? Hot cocoa, and you drink it, and it makes you feel what? Hot. We drink that when it's cold outside. Ooh, and then I see this guy over here. He's fanning himself. Why do you think he's fanning himself? He is sweating. He's feeling hot. What else, Waylon? Lemonade is cold when you put ice in it. Good. And you've got what over here? Refrigerator, because what do you need to do what do you put in a refrigerator? Food that you want to keep. You guys are so good. All right, let me see. Did you guys get them all sorted? Okay, tell me what you got. Naima, what do you have here? Flip-flops. When do you wear flip-flops? When it's hot or cold? When it's cold. Oh, your feet would get cold. So let's put these under where? Hot, because we like to wear those in the summertime, don't we? All right, and what about these snow boots? Where do we want to put those? With the cold, yep, with the winter, and what else pictures? All right, perfect. All right, let's freeze. All right, we're going to look and see our thermometers, and we're going to see if we think that they've gone up or down, because they were kind of right in the middle. So let's see, we've got, this thermometer has gone up to 100 degrees. Do you think 100 degrees feels hot or cold? Hot, yes. And this one in the ice is 40 degrees. What does 40 degrees feel like? Cold, right? Let's look at theirs. Oh, this one also says 100 for hot. Do you think that water is really hot? Yeah. Do you want to touch that with our hands? No. No. What about this cold ice drink this is nice cold water, and this is 43 degrees. Do you think that feels cold? Do you think that would make your throat feel nice and cool if you were hot and you were thirsty? All right, let's see what your temperature is over here. This one is in the hot water, but it says 40 degrees. Do you think that water is very warm over here if it's 40 degrees? So this hot water must not be as hot as you guys' water. All right, let's look at this one. This one is 30 degrees. Whew, that's a really cold one. Do you think maybe there was more ice cubes in this one? Yeah. And maybe that's why that one's a little bit colder than the other ones? All right, let's check over here. And we've got, another, this is 98 degrees. Do you think that one's hot, Azaria? Yeah. Yes. What about this one says 23 degrees? What do you think? Does that one really cold? That one's probably the coldest glass of ice water that we have. That's cold and that's hot, but I don't want you to touch it. I don't want you getting hurt. All right, boys and girls, you guys did a great job. Let's go ahead and finish sorting ours. Let's make sure that we've got our pictures sorted correctly. So I'm going to do it up here, and I guys want you to check and make sure yours are sorted the right way. All right, so don't move your pictures until we've checked to make sure that they are under the right pictures. So everybody at the table is looking at your pictures and making sure. Go ahead and finish sorting those last 3 pictures, Jayshawn. Table 1, go ahead and finish sorting your pictures, and we're going to do it together. Table 2, where did you put the glass of lemonade? Under hot or cold? Cold. Cold, because what does it feel like? Cold, right? Because we drink it when it's hot, but it actually feels cold. What about our candle? Where does that go? Dan Quante, where did our candle go? Is our candle hot or cold? Hot. Awesome. What about this little guy? He is fanning himself. Looks like he's sweating. He's hot. Good. We have some boots here. Where are boots going? Cold. Cold. We wear them in the snow. What season? Winter. Awesome. We've got a light bulb. That's going to go on our lamp. How does it feel if you touch a light bulb that's been turned on? Hot. Good. We're going to put that over here. What about our hot bowl of soup? Where are we going to put our hot bowl of soup? Hot, right? If you want to stay warm on a cold day, I would have some chicken noodle soup. What about our popsicle? Where's our popsicle going to go? Hot. I heard hot and cold. Cold. Cold because what does it feel like when you touch it or put it in your mouth? Cold, even though you would taste one on a hot day. I know that can kind of be confusing. We've got our gloves here to keep us nice and warm when it's cold. Oh, sorry guys, I put that in the wrong place. All right, our sun. Like summer makes us feel what outside? It's hot. Let's put our sun over here where it's hot. And our refrigerator keeps our food. Ava? Our refrigerator keeps our food cold. Yes, we've got a snowman. What season do we make snowmen? Cold. What season? Winter. December time. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and put that under our cold weather too. And we've got our snowy scene picture. We'll put that over there since those go together. I was talking to Naima, and she was telling me we wear flip-flops when it gets hot. Good. And then some hot cocoa. You guys said you like to drink when it gets cold, but it feels hot when you drink it. Good. My t-shirt. Do I want to wear a t-shirt in the winter when it's cold or in the summer when it's hot? In the summer when it's hot. We've got some ice cubes that feel cold, and they made our water feel what? Really cold. We had water at our table, and it feels really cold. And our last picture is, what's this?
Fire.
A campfire, and that goes in the hot or in the cold?
Hot.
Hot, because it feels hot, right? Some of those kind of tricked us because we might like a nice cool glass of lemonade when it's hot, but what does it feel like when we're drinking it? Cold. All right, you guys did a great job. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Go Lustig.